Hello everyone, my name is Jerry and today I'm going to make a Klingon Dagger from Star Trek. Let's get into it. Right, so my plan is I've got these two little, are they tubes or rods? One's a rod, one's a tube. Whichever one is the skinniest, that's going to be for the core of it. Now the thing about a Klingon Dagger, I'll put a little image up here of what it looks like, is it has a kind of a gap in the middle, so I can't put a rod straight through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cut it up and then put two other ones up the side and then use 2-part epoxy and a bit of tape, and when that's dry I can put it in the middle. So I can start on that first and then look at doing the actual dagger itself, right? So I think I'll use this little black one, it's a little bit darker. So I'm going to cut that there, and then I'm going to cut two more pieces around the same size for the blade, and then we'll go there. You know what? I'm just going to mark it and then cut it with a bleeding Dremel because this is going to take forever and it'll drive me mad. Now, time for noise. That wasn't scary. Not at all. I should really sand the top of this so it doesn't poke out the end of the phone. Because they're sharp, then they may very well pop out and cut the foam, and that's not very safe, is it? This is just cheap 2-part epoxy. Does that not come off? Fucking knew it. Should have clipped it off. That's why it's still squirting out all over the shop. Should really be putting this on a bit of plastic instead of paper because it mixes better. Now, tape. I hate this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. It is brilliant glue. It sticks so good. It's unreal. But I hate using it. It's nasty, sticky garbage. If it gets on your skin, forget about it. I'm just going to throw that off over to the side here to dry. Now, you'll think that 5-minute epoxy dries in 5 minutes. It doesn't. It sets in 5 minutes, and it ain't dry. Now we're trying to figure out. Well, first of all, that there. We'll use this one. I need to measure this. More rulers. Get me calipers out. 6.7 millimeters. And then this foam is 5, so I think 2 of these should be fine. I'll cut out one of these for now and see where we get on. Right. Very wobbly, but we'll get there. Now, I realise I need to do something else. I need to cut out the middle bit. This is all just going to be hand done, so there's going to be errors on it, I'd say, somewhere. But that's the fun about making stuff by your hand, isn't it? I need to glue this onto another bit of that foam. Now this is the foam that's very kind of malleable, it's squishy. So I need, what am I trying to say? I need the bracket in the middle of this. So I need to get another bit of that stuff. What do I have out in front of me? I'm going over to the corner. I'm so used to going over to the corner to get stuff. And it's right in front of me. Right, I'm going to glue that bit on. Now, see how my old contact cement is getting on. Now, let that dry for a bit. I have an idea. I need to get stiffer foam for the wee little blades that come out. I have an idea for that. But whether it'll work or not, I don't bloody know. They're only so small that they could just fit in easily anyway. And I had originally planned when I thought of this up years ago that I was going to articulate the blades so you could just press a button and they'd flip out. But I don't have the parts to do it, so I'm not going to melt my head trying to get things done when I don't have to. I really do need to find a good solid bit of foam. I wish I had some scraps left. They're just going to be wobbly if I use the other foam. And this would be too thick to make the side bits. I want them to be thinner. Wouldn't stab anybody with that. Now, right, let's go. Not too bad. Right, let's get working on these things. Now I have a dilemma with these things, a problem. I don't want them to be too thick. I only want them to be like as thin as 5mm. So if I use two 5mm to sandwich between them, then that makes them 10mm, and I don't want them that thick. So what I need to do is either find a way to shove this thing in the middle of it without wrecking them, or I try and, I don't have, or maybe I use the 3mm. Would 6mm be okay? I think 6mm might be okay. I'll have a look. Yeah, I think that might work. Right, where were we? Marker. What do these look like? I just traced around the corner of that so we can see it fitting in there. That's not too bad. Right, so I'm going to super glue these ones in. Might be easier. I'm not going to bother like putting a channel in between them. What's the point of that? So I just cut out, into on top camera probably, I cut out the shape of it on one side, then put the little bar in the middle, and then I just put another bit of 3mm on top of it, right? And then it's going to press it down, and when it sticks, turn it over, and cut both bits out. It's not easy when these parts are like super small, and I'm not making that. Not as big as I should have. The first draft was better. That's actually kind of fucking excuse me language. That's actually kind of almost perfect. I do have to cut a trench in it, which I haven't bleeding only thinking of that now, which is probably not going to be easy. But if I'm digging a trench in it, that was awful. Come on, silver marker, you're shocking. Now, and I'm just realising now, I should have used the coat hanger blade in here because it's thinner and more stable, stuff like that. Like, I wish I had more foam. Head is sufficiently melted today because of this. It's like when I was setting up, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'll do something easy. Easy me hole. I'm going to try and Dremel them down a bit. So I'm going to try and make some sort of, maybe, I don't think it's going to work. I just don't. Some sort of a dowel. A triangular dowel. Is it two triangly? See, that's way more than 10 as well. It might work. I'll keep it aside for now. Yeah, I'll glue the 3mm on. She needed bigger bits of 3mm. Right. So what I'm trying to say is, I'll take the right glasses, put them back on. I'll glue the 3mm on. I'm going to just get the hot glue going. And I'm going to put wet contact cement on the bottom of it, and then put this on top, and then put some kind of hot glue in here to hold these bits together. And then before I glue the top on it, I'm just going to walk away for an hour and let it dry up, because this is driving me to drink. But I think I have it sorted. I think I should be able to get it fixed. Right, I was messing around off camera there for a bit. and I got to a point where I think I'm happy. Now, what I did was, I got the thing in the middle. There she is, she's sorted. I glued all the outside bits down. That's sorted. But I wasn't happy with how thin it was between. It doesn't look too bad now. Because of the way I have it doubled up. I have it over it, but it's still not great, right? So what I'm going to do is, I have these triangular dowels that I made, and I've seen Odin do this. You basically glue the dowel onto the side here to give it a blade edge, which makes it a little bit thicker. Again, it's going to be bigger than what it should be. So, before I get all of that stuff on, I'm going to do a bit of dremeling with a skinnier drum to get all the bits on the outside done. That rhymed, sorry about that. And then I can glue on the edges and leave it be for a while. Right, where are we? It's all glued up. It's definitely going to be bigger again, as always with my props. Bigger than it should be. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's not. It's definitely bigger than it should be, but what else? Get off me. And looking at pictures online, the handle actually is square. Or maybe square, it'd be like rectangle, but anyway, it's not a round kind of a dowel shape. But I'm really gonna let all of this contact cement dry properly before I start dremeling stuff, because it needs to sit and settle before I start doing that, because I might pull all that stuff off. Right. But it does need to be fixed, it does need to be dremeled. I say dremeled, it's rotary tooled. It's not really a Dremel that I have. This triangle thing is a bit bigger than the other one. It doesn't look right, but we'll get there. We'll Dremel her up or sand her up. I need to put another bit around this part, maybe another bit of 3mm, and then I have a few bit of 5mm kind of lumps on it, and then have an idea for the bottom bit. Yeah, so I think I need a bit of 5mm going across here, and then the 3mm going down at the bottom. Then I can wrap the other bits around it. It's going to be much bigger than it should be. Again. Then again, when you're making a dagger, do you want it to be small? You want it to be massive and crazy. What I need to do is I need to sand down this area, because it's going to be too hard to get to afterwards. So I need to sand it down now and get it out of the way. This contact cement is definitely no good. Well, not no good, it could be better. I really need to thin her out a bit. Nearly there. Well, not nearly there. Nearly there at the kind of the first bit, I suppose. Right, finally back at it. I think it's time. See, this is settled. Settled the glue. The glue is all dry and it's settled well. So I'm going to Dremel the crap out of it. Get all these kind of nooks and crannies gone. Get the handle rounded off. Fix the blade, because the blade doesn't actually curve out as much as I want it to. I should really wear a mask for this. Now I have to figure out where my bloody mask is. I'm going to glue these bits on. Check out my new super glue. Let's see. Okay, shot out a lot of super glue. That scared the life out of me. Shot super glue all over the place. Let's try this. This is just a tester first. Get this first kind of shape out of the way. If it works, then I'll do another one. If not, then readjust and try a different one. This looks mostly okay, I'll give it that. Alright, that's actually not even mostly okay, it's like perfect. Right, another one of them. Right, and then this 3mm wrap around is the next part. I'll measure it first. I should really be softening the edges of these before I put this on, because it's going to be harder to do. Bastard, you're not supposed to stick on. I don't think I'm going to. I measured it wrong. Oh look, it'll be alright. And then I'll have one more bit, and then I have an idea for the base. Now the spikes on it, that's the problem. That's the thing I'm worried about. I don't know how to put the spikes on. But the other bit should be fine. That's not a bad idea. I'm just thinking to myself here while I'm filming. I have an idea for the base. I'm going to cover, you see the wee bit there, the blade, I'm just going to cover that with another bit of 3mm. Right. I'm just going to put a bit of the super glue on again. Now, my idea for the base, it's kind of a circle and then like a dome, half a dome thing. The old cat toys. So I think that circle is not going to be big enough, so I might have to cut a different circle. Yeah. And then again, I'll cut the little textured bit off the end, glue that on there, and then glue that onto the end of the other one. And then that's really it for fabrication. Hit the heat sealer, and instead of Jesus Christ, my brain's gone. Instead of plaster dipping it, I think I'm just going to use my sealer paint. If it doesn't hold, I'll stick, say, a bit of coat hanger in through the pipe and in through that, and that'll do. Anyway, it's dry, so let's get her painted. Gonna use me dark silver again because I love this stuff. Well, just dark silver on the blade. Of course, I'm gonna get water all over the place. Easy enough paint job, I'd say. I'm gonna paint this silver and then bits of the bottom brown, and then that's it. I don't even think I'm going to weather it. And I could put, like, you know, guts and blood on it. No, like the Klingons usually would have someone else's guts and blood on it. But nah, I think I'll keep it nice and shiny. I think I just need to let that dry, and then I can clear coat it. And we'll be called in it done. It's way too big looking at it, like way too big, just looking at it straight there. That's because I didn't measure anything out properly. I just sort of just started and went with the flow of it. Like, you know, it's not terrible, and I'm actually kind of happy with it. It turned out okay. It's just way too big. So that's the story of my bloody life, innit? Everything I make is bleeding massive. Right, it's done. I am proud enough with it. Like, lengthwise, it's probably the right size. Thickness, no, way too thick. Width as well, it's way too wide. I had to make it a little bit wider because my tubes didn't fit in. Colour, style, shape, it's cool. I'll probably stick it up here and find another spot for it. But look, when you make mistakes, you kind of just have to continue on. Don't give up, you know what I mean? Don't throw away your progress for nothing. Just continue on, try and get something else done, keep going. Be determined, and you'll turn out with something like that. Now, that's it. If you liked the video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If there's anything you think I can build or should build, slap it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. Good luck.